Peter Leeb, alongside Justin Cadelago, who I call kind of my day-to-day influencer guy across the board. We're with Studio 71. And if everyone can just take a kind of a deep breath in and a deep breath out, we're about to talk about a really serious subject, influencer marketing. Now, I saw a lot of the kind of presentations yesterday and today about the idea of influencer marketing and how to use them. And I think Chris from EA gave some really interesting insights on the business. And it's an area that I know many of you on the brand side talk about daily. We kind of wanted to flip it on its head a little bit, right? And give you a perspective from the challenger side. A lot of people talk about those D2C brands and what they're doing and how they're impacting businesses. So we wanted to look at it from their lens, given how much we work with them as well as the larger companies before. A lot of the content and people you're about to see, you probably don't recognize. You probably don't watch any of their content. But if you have kids, if you have 20-year-olds, maybe a 30-year-old in your office, they will be smiling ear to ear about everybody we're about to talk about. But it's not tangible to a lot of people. And it wasn't tangible to me either a number of years ago. And it wasn't until about 4 or 5 years ago that a friend of mine came to visit me on the Fox lot when I was at the company. Huge fan of The Simpsons, and we were walking down the lot, and she saw a sculpt of Homer Simpson. She took out her phone, angled it, which I had no idea at the time why she was doing it, and took a photo and posted it. And about 10 minutes later, we were sitting down for lunch, and swarms of people across the company started coming up to her. She became one of the largest fashion influencers in the business. I started to notice everything she was doing was pretty much the modern-day Anna Wintour. On the carpet, every fashion show, creating fashion lines, she has a voice and an influence amongst her audience unlike any other. Years later, the influencer marketplace continued to take off, and it's been a crazy couple of years. We've seen the good of influencer marketing. We've seen really interesting creative emerge from all over the world. Very interesting, I call it kind of creative point of view content. We've seen the emergence of talent, not influence, emerge on billboards, appear in Super Bowl commercials. Did anyone see that Super Bowl commercial last year with Rhett and Lincoln Wicks? A couple of people. We've seen the idea of nanos, right? If anybody can have a voice in an audience being reached, again, with a unique point of view. We've seen popular individuals of late emerge. So popular indeed. Who's seen these two people before? Who knows who they are? A couple of people. They're not real people. They're artificial influencers that have emerged now in the space. But they're telling very interesting stories for brands right now. We've seen a game-changing element occur with the first male ambassador for CoverGirl coming out of the beauty influencer space. There is not a one-size-fits-all model to any of this. But with the good, we've got growing pains in the space. All the headlines many of you are used to seeing. Mistakes being made, which is normal in the early part of any industry. And, well, it's offered a lot of debate. So let's talk about it. Who saw the Hulu documentary? Okay, that's actually seems like more than 50% of the room. The Netflix documentary, 50-50. Which one did you guys like better if you've seen both? Hulu? Okay, we'll tell our Hulu friends about that. Hulu, right? But the idea of utilizing influencers in the social space, it worked. They just didn't have anything kind of on the actual event side of it. But the idea that influencers were driving a cultural event worked. Regardless, it's here to stay. We've all seen charts. I saw them all yesterday. We don't need to get into it anymore. It's starting to take the same behavior and mirror the same impulses for television. So let's look at QVC. Who over the years have purchased something on QVC, right? You see those steak knives, you get that adrenaline rush, and then you purchase. Well, we're starting to see that in the influencer space more and more, right? Big topic. The customer has never been in more control. We're a click away these days. And now the ability with the platforms to immediately transact has never been more prevalent. What we're seeing brands do and take kind of the leadership role in capturing their own data, in testing, and all the things Justin will talk about that we're seeing in the space is here to stay. So with that, Justin's going to take you through some examples.
Thanks, dude. All right. So does it work? What's the secret to influencer marketing? Who's doing it right? We've heard a lot about these guys. Not so much this weekend, but a little bit today. Direct-to-consumer brands, DTCs, DVNBs, disruptors, challenger brands. I'll probably use those words interchangeably throughout this conversation. I'm going to try to make it a little bit more tangible for you guys. I'm a 32-year-old millennial social media power user, and the brands that are represented up on the screen make up a majority of what you'll find in my kitchen, my apartment, my bathroom, my closet, my bedroom, and I've discovered them all through the social media influencers I follow online. Whether it's my Brooklyn sheets or my Everlane sweatshirt, I turn around and I go tell my friends about them, and they go purchase. So brands that understand that in the space are winning. And they're not just winning, they're dominating. I'm sure you guys saw the headline. Revolve mentions influencer marketing 79 times in its IPO. Companies like Glossier, Movement Watches, Away Luggage. By the way, who rolled into Sundance with an Away carry-on? Cool. Are building massive businesses, driving tens of millions of dollars in online sales from influencer marketing. So what's so special about their strategy and mechanics, and what are they doing differently than your Fortune 500 brands? Well, they follow a test, learn, and optimize strategy. They build attribution models around specific platforms. They're sifting through first-party data. And we believe that those strategies can be applied to the larger brands that are present in this room today. So we're going to quickly go through it, and then we're going to show you guys a quick example of how that works. So platform selection. So we believe when working with direct-to-consumer brands, it's all about platform, right? Platform before anything else. That way you can build sustainable and scalable attribution models around them, and then you identify which influencers are working on those platforms, which ones are right for your brand. Selecting influencers, right? There's two different types of influencers. There's brand builders. Someone with 1 million followers might not be right for your brand. They might not be able to sell product. What we call sales drivers, we find have a transactional audience. Their audience is in market for certain products. They have spending power. They like to take action. They're looking for recommendations. Cost structure, right? Our friend from EA was talking a little bit about don't let agents and managers hike up the rates of influencers. Use your customer acquisition costs and your lifetime customer value to re-engineer the rates that you can determine with respect to those platforms. Don't deviate from this model, and when you find something that's working, invest and double down. It's a balancing act, right? Allow influencers to tell their fans what your brand means to them. We've heard that a lot today. However, control the copy, control the messaging, and control when, where, and how that product is shown within the content. Those things are important. Calls to action. We call them calls to transaction, and we find that they are the livelihood of all influencer marketing campaigns that focus on lower funnel activity. Incentives, discount codes, and trackable links all increase sales. And one quick example, Peter, do you want to say anything else? Of what's working in the space?
Nope, let's play it.
and this one crushes it.
This is a great segue to get into today's sponsor, Warby Parker. They are great. I love them. Apparently they love me because they keep sponsoring these vids, and I love it. I mean, I eat it right up. I wear my Warby Parker frames like every day and every time I read, honestly. Need it, or else I just get like a headache, and it's just terrible. But if you don't know who Warby Parker is a glasses company. They also have sunglasses, prescription frames, anti-glare frames, anti-scratch frames. Whatever you could want in a frame, they got it for you, starting at $95 a pair. For every pair you buy, another pair is distributed to someone in need. Love that, paying it forward. They have a free, yes, I said free, home try-on program where you can order 5 pairs of frames and then you try them on for like a week and then you just send them on back and let them know whichever ones you want. And these frames, man, I mean, you see these ones, they're freaking cute. I've been very into the clear frames lately, so these are amazing. I also love the ones that are like framed at the top and then are clear at the bottom, so they kind of like disappear into your face. Yes. These ones are almost like the same exact frames that I have, but a different style and a different color. But when I look at these glasses, man, I'm just like, what else could you want? I mean, these are, oh yeah, I really like these. These might be my favorites that I've picked out. Oh yeah, oh my God, I love these. These are super similar to a pair I've been eyeing from Warby for a while, and I love them. I love like the metallic rose gold at the top of those. Let me know in the comments what pair of those you liked best, because my personal faves were the last ones, but I need your opinion. But yeah, anywho's and what's, once you order your home try-on kit, they send you back like a prepaid return label so you can ship them back for free and pick out whichever ones you want. You can head to warbyparker.com/Megan to order your home try-on kit today. And side note, they also have an app on the iTunes store. You can go onto the app and use their home try-on feature to take like photos and videos of you in your glasses to send to friends and family to help you pick, like I'm asking you guys for advice right now. And if you have an iPhone X and use the app, you can use their Find Your Fit feature to like measure the depths of your face and like frame them exactly to your face. It's just so high tech. We love a high tech, wonderful glasses company. Big shout out to Warby Parker for sponsoring today's video. Now let's move on, baby.
Probably one of the more extreme types of influencer marketing. But just to kind of bring it all together, we're learning a lot in the D2C market, right? And there's a lot that all of you can learn from it as well right now. But we're still in an experiential state, right? We're still in a test scenario right now. But there are incredible learnings that are very tactical to kind of all of you in the room today that I think a lot of us work on. With that, if you guys have any questions, I know we left a minute on the red light around the influencer marketplace. All right, thank you.
Nice.